Welcome back to Nosco Unpacked, the channel all about flexible packaging. I'm Steve Kruger, FlexPack Growth Manager here at Nosco, and today I'm joined by Kyle Vafiatas from our Solutions Engineering Group. Kyle's going to walk us through some standard sterilization processes or methods that are typically used in flexible packaging in the healthcare industry. Thanks for being here with me, Kyle.
Thanks, Steve, for having me.
So one of the questions that I get asked most often from many of our customers is sterilization processes for the particular product that they're packing. And I'd love for you to explain to me and our viewers, what are some of the typical styles or types of sterilization that go through flexible packaging?
Sure, Steve. This one's a good example of a product that's what we call ETO sterilized. This is a Band-Aid, kind of one you'd use on your kid if they ever scrape their knee.
I use those all the time.
I'm sure you do. So this one, they put the Band-Aid inside the wrap, and then they put it into an ETO sterilization chamber where they use a gas. That gas goes into the package, sterilizes what's inside, and eventually it actually off-gases, so there's no residue left on the package when it gets to the consumer. And You do that because obviously, when you're using a Band-Aid, you put it on a wound, you don't want that wound to contaminate and actually cause more problems for the patient.
Of course, right.
Here's another example of a bandage that's ETO sterilized where they have a plastic on the backside and a paper on the front. It allows the same thing, right? So gas goes in and then comes out after a certain amount of time so that this product on the inside is sterilized.
So you mentioned a lot about paper and transfer of gas. What happens when we get to a material that's something like this where it's a foil, so there's really no opportunity for gas to transfer through? What's going on here?
That's a great question. So in this case, we've got a drug screen kit, so obviously we don't want to have any sort of false positive. So to sterilize it, what we would do is it would go through some sort of energy curable process. The most common type would be gamma sterilization. It's the most well-established in the market, but it's a very similar process where they put it through some sort of energy equipment. It sterilizes what's on the inside, it sterilizes what's on the outside so that the chances of contamination by the customer are very low.
Okay. So we've got this last one here, this clear blue. This is another foil-based material. So my assumption then, based on what you're saying, this is probably gamma sterilized as well?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that this is gamma sterilized just because it's got foil. It's a very heavy-duty package. And the fact that, the consumer, how they're going to use this, they want to make sure that they get the maximum amount of protection for the consumer, that you don't induce any sort of other contamination into them when they're using this product. Sure. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that this one's going to be gamma sterilized as well.
Wow, Kyle, thanks so much for all of that explanation. I didn't realize there was so much complexity when it comes to sterilization. I understand the reason why and the need for it, but I didn't realize, the two common types and things of that sort.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, at the end of the day, what this is all about is making sure that the people who use these products are safe, especially your kids or someone who might be at an elevated health risk. So that's why so much technology and so much energy goes into making sure that these products are safe.
Well, thanks, Kyle, for joining us today. And as always, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button. This is Nosco Unpacked, flexible packaging made easy. See you next time.